Hi Spirit Fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a weekly reading for you for October the 19th through the 25th. Let's see what the angels and the ascended masters have to tell us regarding this upcoming week. For those of you that are new, my name is Eileen. I'm a spiritual advisor, intuitive coach, an angel communicator, and a channeler. I provide you with content every Monday and every Thursday that provides you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration from the angelic realm and the ascended masters. Be sure that you subscribe. It truly means a lot to us when you hit that subscribe button. It truly lets me know that the content I'm providing is something that you enjoy and that you want to see. Please give us a like. It truly does help our content. Comment down below. I love receiving messages from you guys. It truly does make my day, and I enjoy being able to hear how this information is being taken and how it helps you on a day-to-day basis. And hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I release new content. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. Welcome back. Okay, so just so that you all are aware, as you all know, I did pre-shuffle these two decks before I shuffled them off camera. Let's just put it that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and see what the angels and the ascended masters want us to be aware of this upcoming week, October the 19th through the 25th. So I'm going to go ahead, and since I've already pre-shuffled, I'm going to go ahead and start drawing the cards. Angels and ascended masters, what messages do you have for us this upcoming week, October the 19th through the 25th? What messages do you have for us this upcoming week, October the 19th through the 25th? So I just want to let you all know and let you all be aware that this is going to be a general reading. It will not resonate with everyone, so that I simply ask that you just take with you what you want from this message and this reading. Take whatever resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Okay. Angels, what messages do you have for us this upcoming week, October the 19th through the 25th? Whoa, we almost had the Seven of Wands that wanted to pop out. Let's see. I almost wanted to pop, but not really. In case you all are wondering, I take jumpers from the pack. I don't like to select my own cards. What messages do you have for us this upcoming week? Okay, that one did not want to go back in, so we want that one. What messages do we want from... Okay. What messages can you give us for this upcoming week, October the 19th through the 25th? All right, so we are starting off with justice. So that pretty much tells me, two more cards, please. That pretty much tells me that we need to sort of be willing to keep things in balance. We have to weigh the things that are currently going on in our life. We want to be sure that they are equal, that it's coming from a higher perspective and not a selfish perspective or a sabotage perspective. For some reason, I keep hearing sabotage. Okay, so two more, please. I am also going to draw oracle cards, but I will do that at the end. Boy, Spirit is like, what messages do you have for us the week of the 19th to the 25th? I need two more cards, please. Two more cards, please. Okay. Well, I asked for two more cards and they decided to spit everything out. So I did. Okay, that was an entire book, so I'm not actually going to keep it. So I need two more cards. What do you have? What information do you have for us this upcoming week, October the 19th through the 25th? What messages do you have for us this upcoming week? Whoa. Okay. All right. Overall message. Love it. Okay. All right, so here is what I have. This took a little bit of time, but I wanted this message to be absolutely clear. Okay, so the overall message that I have for this upcoming week is going to be the Death and the Rebirth card. So I sort of feel like as a whole, humanity has sort of been pushed in this new direction of people really identifying what's working for them in their life and what is not working for them. And so a lot of people have been pushed in a new direction. And by being pushed in this new direction, they're sort of closing the door or allowing the older things in their lives to sort of die down in order for something new and a rebirth to occur. Now, a lot of times people tend to get freaked out with the death card because they sort of anticipate that it means an actual death. And that's not really what it is. Death in its actual spiritual form means a new beginning. It means something new. It means something being reborn, something else taking its place. And so the overall message here for this week is going to be really being open and aware to the things, the people, the situations, the experiences that are going on in your day-to-day. What are those things that need to die? What are the things that need to sort of go away? What are the things that you need to sort of release your grip on in order to release them, to allow something new and more brightening or aligning with your true aspirations come into play. Okay, so that's going to be the overall message for today. As I mentioned earlier, we started out with the Justice card. And so the Justice card really speaks about us really evaluating, really truly keeping in mind that the things that we sort of put in our life. So you notice how she has two, it looks like a scale, right? And there's two gold pots here, and then there's one here, right? And so it looks like a scale, and it's over a sword. Now, the important thing to remember is that a sword is double-edged, right? You can use it for good, right? Or you can use it for bad, right? So when I look at justice, I really look at it as, what are your intentions? Are the things or the situations or the people in your life, are they serving you for your highest good? Or are they truly preventing you from achieving the things that you want to achieve? Are they holding you back, or are they keeping you in a very negative space that isn't allowing you to grow or expand or to allow a new beginning to take its place? It's also important that with the Justice card that you evaluate your intentions, what your actions are, because if your intentions or your actions are sort of wielding on the sword of being imbalanced, or they're wielding towards the negative or something that could harm you or others, then you have to also remember that which you give, you get. So I normally don't ever say that with the Justice card, but that is something that just sort of popped up. So I want that to be aware, because this card can actually be read upside down. And so when it's upside down, you see the other face here, right? And so this other face is really where this aspect of this this aspect is sort of the shadow aspect. It is the aspect where you can be manipulative and you can sort of try to wield the sword or wield the scales in your favor, even when it might do harm to others, or it might not be what spirit truly has intended for you, but you're trying to control the situation and wield it in the direction that you want it to go, instead of recognizing that Spirit ultimately knows what's best for you, and they're trying to sort of balance out the scales and wield it in the direction that will be for your highest good, okay? So with justice, it's really about focusing in. Now, I want to point out, because I just noticed this. So here in this card, this golden bowl right here is lit up. So you actually see light emanating from it. And over here, it's been snuffed out. There is no light. It is dark. So it's important that you sort of be very aware of the intentions that you bring into your day-to-day, especially during this week. Really make sure that you're wielding that sword of balance in a way that is for your highest good, okay? We then have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands really speaks of success, accomplishment. It truly represents that you have put yourself in a position of a place where you are being honored, you are being celebrated, you are being applauded for your actions or for the things that you've accomplished. And so right after the Justice card, this is going to be twofold. So if you can learn to be aware and tune into that inner aspect of yourself, where you can truly tune into that higher aspect and allow Spirit to take control of the situation and allow you to move in a direction that you can let the things that no longer serve you go, then you'll be able to stand on your own stage with the heavens lighting your perspective and showing you the way, and you will be successful in all of your endeavors. I think a lot of times when it comes to success, we tend to question whether we have the ability, whether we have the skill set or the knowledge to be successful. And when you have the Six of Wands, it really asks you to be aware of the belief and the perception that you have when it comes to success. Do you feel that you're worthy of the success? Do you feel that do you believe in yourself? That's the one thing I keep hearing. Do you believe in yourself that you have the success or the skill set or the knowledge? Do you feel that you're supported? Are you fully allowing and trusting for Spirit to really lead you and guide you in the direction that you need to go? Because when I look at it from the overall message, which is death and rebirth, we have to sort of recognize that whatever situation or experiences come into our everyday, they come in because they're helping us become more aware of where we are on the path of life. And in order for us to continue on the path, we have to remember that things are going to pop up. And when things pop up, we have to be willing to sort of release our attachment to what was in order to move towards what is or what will be. Okay? So right after the Six of Wands, we have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is really sort of, it is that wishful thinking, that wishful bliss, or the put yourself in a very, pages are very young, okay? And so what this is really telling me is that it wants you to sort of go back to that time when you were a child and you would just sort of imagine. You would allow your imagination to just flow freely, and you would believe that anything was possible, that it didn't matter what adults or what other people would tell you. You would believe it wholeheartedly, and you would put forth so much power behind that belief that you would believe that pigs could fly, okay? Cups really talks about emotions. And when it comes to that whole blissful and wishful thinking and allowing yourself to dream the impossible, you have to remember that you have that capability, because you have the Six of Wands, which truly shows that you're going to be successful this week in whatever endeavor you put yourself towards. You're going to be successful, but you have to sort of allow yourself to dream and to imagine and to be carefree and to not be so rigid in your thinking. Don't allow your perceptions of your beliefs that it's not possible. What you really need to sort of bring into your awareness this week is be like a child. Dream, allow yourself to dream big and allow yourself to dream the impossible. Believe that you have the power in your hands. So I want you to notice this is two hands, and right here it's holding a particle. And this particle is really the particle of expansion and knowledge, and it is a particle of whatever it is. If you can hold something in your hands and you can wishfully dream it, even if it's pigs flying, then it can become a reality. That's what this truly is about. It's about you dreaming and allowing yourself to sort of be carefree and young again and sort of believe in the impossible. Okay, next up we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is someone that is very educated, very knowledgeable, basically has resources beyond measure. They have so many resources. And what this really tells me when I'm looking at the rest of the cards is that the angels and the ascended masters and spirit are really asking you to personify the King of Pentacles. Put yourself in a position, allow yourself to carefree dream that you already are at the top of your game, that you are already successful and where you want to be in order to truly embody that. Okay. And so what I'm kind of feeling is that and I'm surprised that the Magician didn't show up, because what I'm really feeling that the message for this week is manifestation, really creating and dreaming the impossible to bring into your reality the things that you are wanting to manifest. Okay. The King of Pentacles, notice how there are like bookcases of books and books. So that means that this person, a King of Pentacles, is someone who is very knowledgeable, is wise beyond their years, has everything, has all of the resources that they could possibly need, and doesn't feel like there's anything lacking. They just know that they got it all. And when a King of Pentacles usually shows up, it usually means that in the physical, because Pentacles is really about the physical. So the physical, which would be the element of earth, would be everything within your reality here on earth. Okay. So you already have everything that you need. It is already there at your disposal. Notice how there's all of these books. So everything that you could possibly need in the knowledge that you need is already within your grasp. It's already there. And you're courageous and brave like the wolf, and you're willing to, be that lone wolf and go on the hunt and go on the search for what it is that you're truly wanting. Wolves travel in packs, but every now and then you have one lone wolf that will stand out amongst the pack, right? And usually that one lone wolf is the leader. And when you can become the leader of your own life, you can then know what it is that you need to bring into your life to sort of help you create dreams into a reality. Okay. And so with the King of Pentacles, they're really asking you to be the leader in your own life. Know that you have the knowledge and the resources needed to build the life that you're wanting to build, but you have to be willing to dream. You have to be willing to dream. And when you can dream it, when you can see it in your mind's eye, when you can imagine what it's like to be in that physical element, then you can start to play. You play in that field of the impossible, and that's when you can start to mold it into a reality. And how do we mold things into a reality? How do we mold or manifest things into our own existence? We mold it with emotion, right? So we have the Two of Cups. So normally a Two of Cups really oftentimes represents a union of some sort or a partnership. And how I'm really viewing this is a partnership with you and spirit, right? Where you both are emotionally invested in your own growth and your own well-being, and you're working hand in hand to create and fill up the cups of fulfillment to get you the dream and to get you the life that you are desiring and that you want to bring into your fruition or bring into your reality. What most people don't really understand about manifestation is that it takes work. And it's sort of like a two-part thing. And in order to make something a reality in the physical, you have to dream it. You have to believe it. And when you dream it, you have to, first of all, know exactly what it is that you want. And if you're not sure of what it is exactly that you want, then you start there. You start by really asking yourself, what is it that I really want? And when you can figure that out, then you start asking more questions. It sort of help you dig a little bit deeper. When you can imagine, when you can become the Page of Cups and imagine that carefree and allow yourself to dream the impossible, then you can start working on the emotional aspect. And the emotional aspect is what feeds that imagination. And by feeding it, it's what grows that seed to help it become a reality. You have to be willing to trust that spirit is going to work with you hand in hand to help bring you and fill your cup with everything that you need. If you can embody the King of Pentacles and know that, spirit has already provided you with everything that you need because all of the knowledge is there. It's there in other people. It's around you. You can view it whenever you want to view it, but you have to believe, you have to be confident, you have to be the leader, and you have to do the work in order to get you to a place where you can start truly feeling what it feels like to be in that dream. So usually when I work with clients on manifesting something into their life, when they're truly struggling or they find it very challenging to sort of bring into their awareness something, I work with them on really simple tools on how to bring something that they're dreaming about and making it a reality. And what we do is, what I do per se, is that I first get you to a place where you can imagine what dream it is that you're trying to make a reality. Okay. So I'm going to use an example of my wife. So my wife has always wanted a truck, and, she's never really thought about even manifesting it until I started really manifesting things in my life. And she said, okay, well, I'm going to start manifesting the things that I want. And so how manifestation works is that once you know what it is that you want, I usually have my client usually put an image of what it is what they want. So in this perspective, I had my wife get an image of the actual truck that she wants, and I had her put it up somewhere that she can see it every single day. You have to be able to see it in order to sort of be able to imagine or to dream the impossible, okay? And so when she sees that truck in her face every single day, I then have that person embody the Page of Cups, where you're dreaming the impossible. You're sort of imagining what it's like to be in that truck. Imagine what it's like to put your hands on the steering wheel of that truck. Imagine what it's like to be driving that truck down the freeway with the windows rolled down. When you can imagine what that feels like, you then start bringing up the emotion. And the emotion is what drives or what feeds the manifestation process. The emotions that you get, the exhilaration that you feel when your hands wrap around that steering wheel, or when the anticipation or excitement that you feel when you feel the air with the windows rolled down as you're driving by and it's wistfully blowing in your hair. Whatever emotions that are positive that you get from imagining yourself being in that truck is what feeds. It's actually what feeds that into a reality. And that is what the Two of Cups is. The Two of Cups is you working side by side, because a lot of times what people don't realize is that you can say you want something, but you just saying it and not putting forth the action towards it doesn't really do you anything. It's not really you're not really saying, okay, well, I really want it, but it's sort of like you planting a seed and not watering it or not feeding it or not nurturing it or not caring for it. When you are trying to bring something into a reality, you have to do the work that's necessary, right? And so with the Two of Cups, it's really you recognizing, number one, that you are worthy, okay? Because we have the Six of Wands, that you are worthy of having what it is that you are desiring, that you believe that you could have that. Okay. And when you can get to a place where you feel that worthiness and that you deserve it, then you join hands with Spirit, and Spirit says, I hear you. I'm going to fulfill this for you because you are truly in alignment with your higher aspect, the justice. Okay. And that's when you sort of meld that whole union together. What I really want to point out is that it's important that you recognize that in order to bring something in new, you have to let something go. Okay. So this is why we have the death and the rebirth, right? Maybe what it is that maybe what you need, what's going on here is that maybe you're trying to, start a new business, or maybe you're wanting to get a new house, or maybe you're wanting a love, a love interest of some sort. In order for you to really bring that in, you have to be willing to let some aspect of what it is that no longer serves you, that isn't helping you, right? Because when you can wield the sword of justice and you recognize that the scales are imbalanced, right? Like, let's say a love relationship. Let's say that the one that's lit up here is your wish of a new love life, but over here is your old love life. Right? And it's not lit anymore. It's just sitting there and it's not really helping you. It's actually weighing you down. And so you have to be willing to let go of what is no longer serving you, using your sword of justice to cut off the aspects that are holding you back from truly moving forward in a new direction. And when you can do that, when you can see that you're worthy of having what you're truly desiring, when you can believe and you feel that you deserve this success and that you're worthy of standing on that stage and saying, yes, I deserve a new love life because I have so much to offer. I have so much love to give. When you can do that, then you start imagining. The impossible, being creative and willing to dream of what that love life is going to look like, what it's going to feel like, right? And then you start recognizing that you have all of the resources that you need to get you that perfect love life, or the love life that you've been dreaming about for years, right? And when you start utilizing those resources and you start asking for what you want, you and spirit work hand in hand to get you that. Now, I also want to point out that the Two of Cups, what I'm picking up here, and I'm going to point it out with the Six of Wands here, is that this is also going to represent self-love. This is your self-worthiness and your self-love, and how much you value and appreciate yourself needs to be equal. It needs to be hand in hand. You have to be willing to give and receive equally, okay? Equally. Because that is going to help you with the Six of Wands, okay? And then last but not least, we have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups really talks about options. It really talks about options, multiple opportunities. Kind of how I'm seeing this right now is that maybe this is so confusing to you. Maybe there are so many options being thrown at you right now that you're not really sure what it is that you want. And so right now it just feels so overwhelming. You're sort of confused and you're like, what if I make the wrong choice? What if I make the wrong decision? Or what if I do something and then I might find out that I might regret it later? Ultimately, what Spirit is really asking you here is that, notice how there's all of these clouds, right? This clouds right here is basically the mental clutter and the mental confusion that you have. Maybe you're thinking about it too hard. Maybe you're not really giving yourself enough credit or allowing yourself to really tune inwardly and really ask yourself, what decision do I need to make that serves my highest good? Instead of trying to make the decision on your own, why not ask your spirit? Why not ask the angels? Why not ask the ascended masters? Why not ask your guides? Help me. What is the best course of action for me? What decision do I need to make? And you start there instead of allowing so many options to be deceiving or confusing you from not really tuning in enough to make the right choice. Okay. All right. So now we're going to draw an oracle card. And we're going to see what, oh, okay. Well, there we go. Okay. I wanted 3, we got 4. I tell you, Spirit always, oh, okay. All right. I love this. Okay, first up, we have forgiveness. Okay. So this is the goddess Bronwyn, which is forgiveness, okay? So forgiveness is really speaking about getting right to the heart of the matter. The things that you need to let go of that is sort of represents the overall energy of the death and the rebirth is really about you truly being willing to let it go, coming to terms with the fact that it's not helping you, it's not serving you, and it's something you actually need to let go of in order for you to be able to create that rebirth or bring something new in order for you to get this dream that you've been wanting to dream. Forgiveness is really about you just letting it go. Recognizing that you may not always know why things happen the way that they happened, or that you may not know the reasoning behind everything, but that your happiness is more important than you knowing everything. And you willing to say, I'm willing to let this go so that I can move forward, so that I can move on. Okay. Then we have Metis, goddess Metis, which is wisdom. Okay. Now, how I look at this is I look at this as divine wisdom, because see how all of her crown right here is illuminated. Okay. And you also have a moon up here, which is intuition. Okay. This really speaks about you having the knowledge, when you can connect intuitively and use your own intuition. That is what is considered divine guidance. You already have the answers that you are seeking within yourself. You just need to take the time to actually look deep within and do what needs to be done in order to help you move in that direction. Next, we have Mother Gaia, which is Earth, okay? And what this really symbolizes to me is that Mother Gaia is truly representative of everything within the physical. It is a mothering energy, okay? Gaia is truly a mothering energy. She is the mother for the plants. She is the mother for the animals. She gives birth to everything that within the earth realm, okay? And kind of what I'm getting is that you sort of need to nurture yourself. You need to be more aware, mother yourself enough, be more aware of what it is that your body needs, what you mentally need, what you need emotionally, what you need spiritually, in order to be truly in alignment with the things that you're wanting to create or bring into fruition in this realm. And recognize that by doing that, you'll be able to transform, because I see a butterfly here, right? And so this really speaks to me about, number one, recognizing that you have everything that you possibly need. You already have everything that you need in the physical. Spirit provides what you need, not necessarily what you want, but what you need. But when you can be grateful for what you already have, you'll be able to look at things and recognize that you're worthy of having those things, and then you'll be able to bring new things in, okay? And then last but not least, we have Goddess Morrigan, which is death and magic. Okay, so we got death twice, okay? And death and magic is really about letting things go that no longer serve you, being willing to see things for what they are, utilizing your intuition and your inner guidance, and know that it no longer serves you, and you're letting it go so that you could then create, you can utilize this magic. Now, what I love about this card is that this card is both, when I look at the tarot, I look at it as the death card and the magician card. Okay. Now notice earlier in the spread, I said, I'm surprised we did not get the magician card. Well, we just got it. We got the death and the magician right here. Because Morrigan, what this goddess really truly signifies is she signifies that she's willing to let go of what is no longer serving her, right? That we understand that the evolution of life is that when we die, something new comes and takes its place. It's a lot like a phoenix, right? But notice how in her hands, She has sort of like this magic light ball, right? And so this signifies magic, which is the magician, okay? Which is creating, that you're taking something which has died and you're creating that into something new, okay? So that is going to be the message for this week. The message truly is, you know, what are the things that you need to let go of in your life this week in order for you to birth and create and magically manifest something new to take its place? That is this week's message. I hope that it resonated with you. I thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you all later on this week with another message. Namaste, guys.